The state said Saturday that waiting for federal approval was one of the reasons it took so long to issue a cancellation message on the same system that had carried the false alarm. Gina Mangieri is always investigating and learned directly from the feds that was not true. Gina?
Joe, FEMA told me not only is their permission and approval not needed for messages, but that it's been that way ever since the state applied to use the wireless emergency alert system 6 years ago. Now the state tells me it was really seeking FEMA advice and not approval before sending out the all clear to all cell phones 38 minutes later.
The Federal Emergency Management Agency provides a system called iPAWS. Think of it as a backbone that local authorities like HIEMA then latch on to, but have to build or buy their own software interfaces to write and broadcast alerts directly to your cell phone. Messages like the false missile threat. But what about retractions or all clears? The state said Saturday and wrote on a timeline that they had to wait for federal approval to text false alarm through the same iPAWS mass alert system.
And at 8:45 a.m., after getting authorization from FEMA's iPAWS Integrated Public Alert and Warning System, HIEMA issued a civil emergency message that verbally alerted people that a missile was not incoming and this was a false alarm.
But I went directly to FEMA documentation of the iPAWS system and found messaging is locally, not federally controlled. I checked directly with FEMA, whose spokesperson told Always Investigating FEMA approval was not required to send the retraction message and that they could have canceled or retracted the false warning without waiting for FEMA.
No approval needed per FEMA, yet the state told us Saturday that's where they lost a lot of time. What do you think of that?
Even if there were some rule that required you to go back to FEMA, somebody ought to have used their judgment to just go ahead and retract it.
I asked HIEMA why the discrepancy.
I'm not going to say it was needed. At this point, that's part of our investigation to see whether it was absolutely required. But the answer wasn't clear to us at the time.
Why cast it as an authorization and an approval needed on Saturday?
I think there was actually some confusion at the time. They may have used nomenclature. They may have characterized things in a way that was fast or convenient, as opposed to, absolutely carefully worded.
HIEMA now tells Always Investigating they called FEMA for guidance on how to distribute the all clear, asking for help, not permission.
It wasn't absolutely clear what the appropriate channel of iPAWS was to send the message out.
Why take the time to even ask appropriate again when the most inappropriate had just happened?
At that point, I mean, there's an argument to make that you don't want to add insult to injury. You don't want to, start running around just trying one thing after another. It was important to do it properly.
FEMA tells me they are in contact with the state of Hawaii, FEMA Region 9, and the FCC, gathering more details to understand how this occurred and how to prevent such occurrences in the future. FEMA tries to head off these kinds of mistakes with standard guidance, such as this 2015 field guide for states and agencies to build their front-end interfaces with an easily accessed cancel function.
It's right here in black and white. When you see that kind of advice from FEMA dating back years, and we had no cancel button, what do you think?
It's outrageous. The idea that they had difficulty retracting this message, which caused everybody to panic, shows that they hadn't really thought this thing through. FEMA instructed our state agencies on how to set this thing up. They were not ready for prime time, and that's what this was.
Now, as to why other agencies here who knew it was false couldn't just trigger a correction while HIEMA waited. Well, I found out Hawaii is one of only a handful of states and territories that have only one agency signed up to use iPAWS. In the vast majority of states, the counties, police, sheriffs, even some private agencies can use the FEMA iPAWS system to write and send alerts to all of their region's cellular handsets. Joe, back to you.